In FIFA's rulebook, a red card at the World Cup carries an absolute penalty. A player is ejected, and they automatically miss the next match. You cannot appeal it, and the referees do not make exceptions. That rigid process played out exactly to script in the round of 32. USA striker Folarin Balogun stepped on an opponent's ankle against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The video was reviewed, and the referee showed him red. The immediate sporting consequence was massive. As a co-host nation advancing to a round of 16 against Belgium, the US would now have to play the biggest match of their tournament without their leading score. Under the universal application of FIFA laws, this is where the conversation stops. The penalty is final. But those strict boundaries of the pitch were about to collide with a very different reality, a global superpower aggressively refusing to accept a competitive disadvantage. Instead of routing a complaint through standard sporting federations, U.S. President Donald Trump picked up the phone and called FIFA President Gianni Infantino directly. Concurrently, White House officials rapidly coordinated to build a formal legal defense, packaging the administration's specific demands for FIFA's disciplinary committee. The pressure campaign worked. FIFA announced they were lifting Balogun's suspension, diverting the case into a highly obscure clause that placed him on a one-year probation instead. Finding another example of this happening at a World Cup requires scanning a timeline spanning over 60 years. You have to go all the way back to 1962. Brazil's Garrincha was granted the exact same exception, a decision that was also the direct result of intense political lobbying from a powerful national government. On paper, the rules of global football apply strictly to everyone. In practice, the legal code contains hidden pressure release valves, ready to be activated when a geopolitical heavyweight demands it. The international backlash was immediate. UEFA aggressively pushed back, publicly condemning the decision as incomprehensible and a direct threat to the integrity of the tournament. The Belgian Football Federation escalated the conflict, officially filing a formal legal appeal in an attempt to force FIFA to enforce the original suspension. FIFA dismissed the challenge almost instantly. They avoided addressing the actual grievance by ruling that Belgium lacked the legal standing to question the disciplinary committee in the first place. While European football organizations mounted a panicked legal defense, the U.S. president casually brushed off the entire event, telling reporters he simply asked for a review of an accidental collision. By neutralizing Belgium's appeals so quickly, FIFA demonstrated that standard institutional checks and balances are highly fragile when pitted against the diplomatic weight of a host nation. All of this political wrangling culminated on a Monday night in Seattle, at a sold-out Lumen Field. When Folarin Balogun's name was read over the stadium speakers, the crowd erupted. His return to the starting lineup felt like the final, highly visible victory of a massive diplomatic campaign. Then, the match actually started. Belgium scored inside of 9 minutes. They systematically dismantled the U.S. defense, eventually putting 4 goals in the net. And the player at the center of a genuine international diplomatic crisis? Balogun barely touched the ball before the U.S. lost 4-1. The White House spent immense political capital to override a global sporting institution, proving that legal mechanisms bend for those with enough leverage. But none of that power could dictate reality on the pitch.